Where is Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka? And why is nobody talking about Mbaka again? No more prophecies. A video of Mbaka calling P2B a stingy man has resurfaced once again in the media. In this video, Mbaka said P2B will fail. Why? Because he begged P2B for money, for adoration grant, for church. Obi said he will not give him money. Father, show me projects. Because of that, Mbaka will say na P2B ga way fulefu. P2B ga ne anything you do, you have work because you come for the altar of God and you refuse to give God money. Mbaka they beg P2B for money. Anytime you hear that Obi is a stingy man, just know that it's Mbaka that started it. He called him a stingy man because he refused to give him money. Ego, liquid cash. My brothers and sisters, now Mbaka flashback we did. Because I know they hear prophecies again. I am no longer hearing, oh, God said, God said. Mbaka is not even giving prophecy for Tinubu regime. Mbaka is not even saying anything for the regime of Tinubu. Please, did they put super glue for Mbaka mouth? And yet you don't know Mbaka. You people should ask Mbaka to come out to what is going on in Nigeria. You know they see him. He was very, very vocal as well. Mbaka, they give prophecies. I know how he do prophecy that time. Begging for money, and because he was not giving the money, he started saying a whole lot of things, gaslighting P2B, all because Obi refused to chook hand inside his pocket and put for table as kola nut inside church. This thing happened inside the church. There is a reason why we had to bring this video back. Mbaka is telling P2B that he should save his political journey because he will fail for not giving God kola nut, Oji. For not giving God Oji, and this Oji is not hangara. Money. Obi should drop money. Drop at least 50 million or 100 million. You have money. Failing to drop the money. Obi, egada wasiaho. Egada. This was during the period where Obi and Atiku. I think this was during that era of election, before 2019, when Obi won deputize Atiku. Now, when Obi go adoration grant, you people can remember this video. It's just like it happened yesterday. The question is, did Obi fail? Was his political career put on hold for not giving Mbaka money? No, you cannot talk about politics in Nigeria without mentioning the name of Obi. Anybody that come to tell you, oh, this thing will happen to you because you did not tell the person his life, we will watch him, you are not my God. Now for church it happened. Mbaka was even saying, no altar Mbaka. It's no longer the altar of God, but altar Mbaka. Altar Mbaka. What we are asking is, you said that the P2B will fail, but the Tinubu will fail. We know they hear Mbaka coming out with full force, with agility, with prophecy to tell us or to tell Tinubu Fasurok, this is what God said. Abi God is not bringing prophecy about Tinubu. Because I know that God was giving Mbaka, according to Mbaka, he said that God was giving him so many prophecies. Why is Mbaka no longer prophesying? Just look at the level of gaslighting. Because I'm ashamed of this video. This video, they shame me. It's because it is good for us to put some certain things right. Now, why I had to bring out the video. So that Mbaka will use his eye to see the mess he committed. Like who messed her up. Now, Reverend Father. And because of he no give you, even if you notice, if you watch closely for that video, somebody was even giving Obi money from one nylon from back. Take this one and give up. Obi was pushing it, he was shoving it away. Obi shoved it away. You think God is an author of confusion? You think by giving money for altar, you are going to succeed, you are going to progress, everything will be okay for you. Is this not manipulation? Is this not the same way when they use the same? If Obi was a weak politician, she would not say Obi they weak. Oh, Obi is very weak. If he was weak, he go fall for this thing when Mbaka talk. 99.9% Nigerian politicians will fall for this particular theatrics, like this drama will happen from Mbaka church, this adoration grant. 99.9 politicians, 99.9% politicians will fall for this particular show. Where Mbaka will say, drop money. If you don't drop money, oh, God will not be happy. If you don't drop money, oh, you will fail. They don't want to fail. Now, that is why they will drop money. Then go drop more than 200 million naira. Or even 500 million from Mbaka for this church. But even while he was telling Obi, go, you and Atiku will go fail, you will fail. Una no go win that election. Obi stand his ground. So anytime they tell you that Peter Obi is weak, show them this video. Obi is not weak. Mbaka told him that he will fail. Did Obi fail? Obi is more popular than Tinubu in Nigeria. The question is, that his prediction that Obi go fail for that 2019 with article. Did they actually fail? Did you know that they won that election, but it was rigged? Buhari rigged that election. But did Mbaka come out to tell us that that election was rigged? Abi God also encouraged examination malpractice or election rigging? God encourages that. Did God not show Mbaka that 2019 election was rigged? Was massively rigged? God did not show Mbaka that particular prophecy or that particular vision. The question is, after everything, Peter Obi did not fail. Peter Obi is a heavyweight in Nigeria when it comes to politics. In the whole of Africa. You cannot call politicians in Africa without mentioning the name of Obi. You cannot call influential politicians in Nigeria. Peter Obi is more popular than Tinubu. Forget that the election rig and the certificate forger rigged this way into Aso Rock. Peter Obi is more popular than Atiku, than Tinubu, than non-politicians in Nigeria. All your popular politicians. Peter Obi is more popular than all of them. Does it amount to failure? No. It shows that Obi progressed. And he refused to do the wrong thing. He refused to do what is not right. But Mbaka was insisting, was pushing him to drop money. Drop money for God. Drop cola nut. You are stingy. If you don't do this one will happen to you. If you don't drop money, that one will happen to you. I want Mbaka to tell us today, 2026, did Peter Obi fail after he visited this your church? No! He knows the story. He knows everything. But you know one comment content. Do you know why I don't just understand what is wrong with the mouth of these people? Like, these are men, reverend fathers or pastors, that these people were very, very vocal. You need to see them on pages of newspaper every day, speaking against the previous government. You need to see them speaking loudly. I don't know what happened to them today. I don't know what happened to the same mouth they were using to call out the previous government that was even slightly better than what we have today. Jonathan, precisely. But today, I know they hear Mbaka. Now will be the era of media. That time, social media not even there like popular like that. But we were hearing Mbaka speaking. Now will be the era of media. Mbaka no they say anything. Is the government of Tinubu okay? Is he enjoying Tinubu government? Why is he not using these heavy words for Tinubu? Why is he not threatening Tinubu? Why is he not gaslighting Tinubu the way he did to Jonathan and the way he did to Peter Obi?
My special announcement to Reverend Father Mbaka out there. Please, Father, listen. He not they give she. Obi not they give she. And he will not give. How should we have a society where men of God act in this way? We can't call them out. This man, goodness me, should we go through his retinue of false prophecies? This was the same man that was predicting all whatnot. This was the same man that said, oh, the eagle, the bird has flown away from the administration of Goodluck Jonathan. This was the same man that did all sorts, that caused a fight in his parish between his supporters and the church authority. I have said it before, men of God have no business with dabbling into politics in such a way that they now start to prophesy and force people now because they don't give them money. This is just very bad. And it smells of hypocrisy. It's people like this that try to bring down the house of God. As a man of God, you are in a lane where people respect you. Why don't you just stay there? But because you want money all for yourself, you want to grab. And what are you going to use the money for? For your own personal, selfish means. You should go and work. No, you see, this thing is sad because I think we have got to a point in society where we say enough of all of this by so-called men of God. They should not use God to come and bamboozle us God is not this way. God is pure. God is kind. God is good. Because what you're doing is you are putting God in a bad light. And this is heretic. This is against the gospel of Christ and freedom. This is against Christ dying on the cross of Calvary. It's an aberration to the body of Christ. And it's not about the diocese just reacting and saying we're not. They must take a tougher stance.
This is what my point is.
Once and for all.
Why can't they just take a stance?
The last time he went to fast for 30 days, he said he had repented. Obviously, he's not repented.
He's not.
I am sorry to say that I'm not in a position to judge, and God, please forgive me for judging. But with this act, it is shown that he will do it over and over again.
But you're stating facts.
I'm sorry if I judged him, but with this, it doesn't show any form of repentance. And you see, this makes people make mockery of Christianity and men of God. And that's why you see they are laughing. It's because of Father Mbaka, they are laughing at men of God in this country.
About Father Mbaka and Peter Obi. Back then, Peter Obi was at the peak of his life. At the peak of his campaign. Peter Obi was reigning everywhere. The Hausa people were magnifying him. The Hausa people also followed the rhythm of Obi one name. The Yoruba people, the Igbo people. For the first time, people are coming together to mount on to elect good leadership. People are willing to buy just to see that Peter Obi is enthroned. And then Peter Obi, having seen how he's reigning everywhere, he went to adoration, just like others. Yes, a lot of Eastern governors, even those who are not Igbos, they go to adoration by the night. Hello? He went to adoration. Father Mbaka, see ya, you never know how much it costs to see your sin upon the cross. Peter Obi kwete chukwunkwa. Peter Obi shiwa. It was provocative because you don't know the price of what you are looking for. You are beclouded. A lot of us, when we get to the peak, we look and arrogance and the pride. What deprived Peter Obi, the president of Nigeria, was his pride and his arrogance. Peter Obi, it is not possible for an Igbo man to be president. Peter Obi, for an Igbo man to become president, there must be an intervention. Peter Obi, you have no clue what that intervention is gonna be. You don't know whether Father Mbaka will finish praying for you and then he will buy. He has to. He wanted to maintain if on a Burundi adoration. Yes. Father Mbaka is like a dumping ground. He is that man where you go and dump your arthritis, your failure, your kidney, your poverty, your heartbreak, your everything, your fibroid, your cancer, your ulcer, your deficiency, your everything, your prostrate. He is that person. He is that kind of burden bearer where you put it all on him. Where you continue putting and he never gets tired. And at that point, you don't know the cost of what is going to be. And he was trying to maintain orderliness. What if he finished praying that prayer and he buy? You want him to bless you outrightly. You don't know the cost of what you are looking for. And that is why Peter Obi did not become the president. Why? Because everything has a price. Whether we like it or not, as far as Nigeria is concerned as of today, Father Mbaka is among the kingmakers. He's amongst the kingmakers. You have no idea. The cost of what you are looking for. I have no idea. And because we refuse to pay the price of what we are looking for, that is why we are not assessing it. Be crowded by the praises of people. And what later happened? He was voted everywhere. Was he enthroned? It is better that Nigeria wipe out Igbos than for you to be enthroned. And then that's one man that is willing to go, even if he's going to buy. Even if he's going to start to buy, that one man that is going to pray for you in your front and take it up every other day, knowing the cost of it. Father Mbaka was placing his demand according to the cost of what you are looking for. It's not easy. As again, ego according to what you are looking for, you don't know whether it's going to cost him his life. You don't know. Did you become the president? Were you gonna become the president? Yes. Yes, you could have. Yes. Obedience was better than buying. Yes. Yes, you are gonna become the president. It was the intervention that was needed. And the person that knows how to intervene in situations like this have told you. And let me tell you, people that will come to, you must seek. Hello, you must seek out your spirituality. You must seek out your pastor. You must seek out your reverend father. You are the seeker. Your reverend father does not owe you no seeking. They are not gonna seek you. Father Mbaka in his hierarchy, although up there, yet humanly. Sustenance, fondi anu ahuna adelo, ndi wale kidney, ndi wale fibroid, ndi bi hana felu, ka ha bundi ni na bi bu ebudoria. In case what you are looking for by him, what are you gonna do for this commission? And that is where you lose out. What are you gonna do? So let Ifemelu Father Mbaka and the P2B teach you one thing. Let it teach you prize. Let it teach you prize. Let it teach you that it will cost you something. Let it teach you that fame is nothing. What you're looking for is not fame, because anybody can get famous at any time. There are right kind of fame and there are right. What you are looking for is the presidential chair, and to sit on the presidential throne, it must cost you. You will never know how much it would cost you. It was more than money. That thing that would intervene on your faith and make. Had it been that, in a P2B later won the election, he would have gone blah 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 blah, and that is why it was deprived him. Why? Because the price was not later paid because of his arrogance, because of his pride. Yes, because of his perceived stinginess. And then he went to licking men of God who were praying for him. Oyedepo was praying for you outrightly. What does those people know? What does those people know?
Hi, welcome back. Before I start talking, I would like to tell you that this lady you are seeing on my screen now is part of the enemy and the witch that are fighting against Nigeria. It is now obvious that a lot of persons are supposed to be taken to the psychiatric hospital. People like this lady should be taken there, because if you leave this kind of people to be working with the humans, I think they are gonna bite the human and they are gonna bite the humans. See, for this lady to even say that as Peter Obina presidency, or since he's looking for presidency, what he should give Mbaka should be, what more than the presidency seat, is another thing. They shows that some ladies don't even know what they are saying. Not only ladies, some persons. Now this kind of people, the people who say that they go that prayer, where them they make some fake prophets, they use them. How can someone who is a man of God came out, although this is not something that is so new, but this thing came to limelight because the effect of that thing he said then is still functioning, and that thing still has effect on Peter Obi, because a lot of persons are calling him a stingy person because Mbaka started it, and that Mbaka has kept quiet over what has been happening to the people. Meanwhile, he claims say him na prophet he be, and na them be people wey be say they don't make some pastors don't they receive insult today. Even Rufai don't tell una for ye. Why he go dey like this? Make I tell you something. There was a time that Mbaka himself was boldly, he was coming out occasionally to tell everyone. That was when Buhari was still here with us, because Buhari used to pump him money. He was supporting him. He was, going against mostly the people that are coming from the south to go against Buhari. That is how Mbaka used his own church and his people to fight those southerners candidates that wanted to remove Buhari. If he had not come out to do those scratch, do you think that Buhari himself would not have been removed before he finished his 4 or 8 years? It was because of people like Mbaka that are pushing bad to their people that made people like Buhari to finish their 8 years. And now that Mbaka is supposed to, talk, he's quiet just because he never wants to be arrested and he does not want to be taken to any court because they're scared of this government. Now where you supposed to talk say this thing wey dey bad na like this una wey be say una be followers go dey do, una no talk that one. See, there are some even prayers ground that's supposed to be closed, not be everyone. The prayer ground that are genuine in this nation, I don't think they reach 10 or 20. Those are the genuine one we have seen. But anybody who come out to say something, or anybody who always rely on politics prophecy, those people they are so wicked. Those people they are not prophet or prophetess. There are the problem where they say e don't make people no know their front and back again, and they are using those their prophecy to gain money for themselves, not even the church or even the prayer ground they claim to be praying on. These people will be say them they claim say one person no fit win election just because they did not drop money. Those people they don't know wetin them they talk. And to that other lady that is saying that since Obi didn't give Mbaka money, then Obi cannot win anything. That shows that the lady is so stupid, and the lady too she also reason that if it is the dad God who gave Mbaka, I know that, or I don't even know whether Mbaka this thing is real, but the lady should know that God who gave Mbaka never collect shishi from Mbaka hand before he dey do wetin he dey do for Mbaka. So most of all this prophecy and most of all these lies wey be say e don put us for inside this today, e don dey reach and e don dey get time wey be say we don suppose to dey come out dey beat most of these prayers warrior. If you dey pray you go pray. If you dey pray comot your mouth for wetin concern politics, because politics and prayer they are two different things. You cannot just carry them together and want to succeed in this life. Even some persons who are doing their prayer without even mentioning politicians, some politicians used to go there, and some politicians used to even give them money without asking or without being asked for. That is how everything is supposed to be. But most of all this prayer warrior or all these pastors they are around now, what they know is how to use style to draw politicians to their church and use that same style to lure and collect money from them. That is what they know, and that is why I say that in every society of this nation there is a corruption. There is corruption there. That is why to fix here it dey hard. There is no day way I don't let you guys know about this nation. It is obvious that some church and some prayer ground should be closed for everybody to rest, because our own ideology as Africans is making us to feel, and we claim to be people they are intelligent and knowledgeable people, and these people who are doing all this thing in the name of our prayer are still using Mendola and Obliganta. I don't even know, but be wise, be wise. Like Obi is a wise man, you too you should be wise, because Obi is a wise man. If not, you would have fallen into the trap of these guys that want to use the name of prayer to just destroy his political career. Don't let anyone destroy you. Be active like I used to. Let every one of you know, thank everybody. And if you have anything to say on this, just drop it. And also, if today is the first time coming, just kindly like, share, subscribe. Thank you.